felt like a hat today. Not only a hat, not that it's so terribly warm either, but because I had the matching fan, I was ready for the heat regardless. And so, as I thought about my day today, some of you may know, others may not, that I am a writer. Not only do I write books, I write articles, and I have so many articles that I decided that today I was going to share a few of these articles because they were so inspirational. And the way that I write my articles, I tell you about a backstory, like where the thought came from. I talk about the intention of the actions. I talk about intentions for consideration, and I talk about the solutions, right? And I want to read to you this particular article. These articles are on my Hetheru.com website. It's a different side of me. It's the side of me that you get to see how I developed the tools to do all that I do in terms of personal coaching, facilitating workshops, retreats, training, and what I am like as a speaker. You'll see that in my writings, it is the same person that's writing that you invite to your event. And so, are you inviting to your life? Either way, as a coach, as a facilitator, as a panelist, as a speaker, whatever the way that we connect, this is who I am. And so it's not only who I am, it is who I am becoming. And I think that's an important perspective to have on a person. So when you see my books, when you see my videos, when you see my video clips from workshops, when you see me in action, these are the compilation of experiences. I call them lessons for the journey that make up who I am. So this particular article is about 3 types of women, which are you, by Dr. Hetheru Miller. If you visit my website, yourinspiredjourney.com, and read my mythology, The Becoming of Queens and Goddesses, you would know that women, queens, and goddesses indicate that there was a process of becoming. The females of our species enter into this world with feminine energy, power, and strength, a creative force that is either cultivated, subdued, latent, or repressed. It is by divine creation, must manifest in concert with the priceless life born into the world. The energy yet exists. Let me start by sharing the insights that follow are not about judgment, not the good, bad, right, or wrong of a person, or where a person is on the journey. It is a matter of our life experiences, readiness, and choices that set us on this course. On my journey, I have not only identified 3 types of people, but 3 types of females. Note this reference to female is about gender, not about a negative perception. I challenge every woman who reads this message to look to your past and present experiences and identify which path you have followed or are following. There is significance and purpose in your steps. You were wonderfully and beautifully made, the core of your body by design made flexible and strong enough to endure, yet gentle and transparent enough for great sensitivity and expression. While the 3 types of people are the ordinary, extraordinary, and extraordinary, the 3 types of females are women, queens, and goddesses. Of our gender, we are born into this world as female, but we become women, queens, and goddesses. Intention of action. Women are the most unaware of our gender. She is considered among the ranks of ordinary people, anchored to the foundation of our world, community, and family. She is a significant part of the status quo, locked into routines and the activities of daily living. Did you know, according to Pew Research Center, 53% of Black women in the U.S. say that they are the primary breadwinners and caretakers in their households. an invisible backbone to families and communities, often sacrificing their dreams for the dreams of others. She is educated by systems, life, and/or by life experiences, and often conditioned to participate in the fulfillment of the American dream. Queens are among the extraordinary of our gender, existing unapologetically for being a doer, mover, or builder. She has changed the face of the world, community, and family. Educated by intention, she utilizes educational systems toward her greatest potential. Black women are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the U.S., growing by over 164% between 2007 and 2018. These are queens who are not waiting for permission to build. American Express State of Women-Owned Businesses from 2019, that's the reference. She is not after the American dream. She is the supporter and builder of her own. Goddesses are among the extraordinary of our gender. She is among the ranks of healers, explorers, and defenders, speaking life, seeking life, and spreading life with both tangible and spiritual tools. More than 40% of Black women in the U.S. report being spiritually active and prioritize faith based on decision-making in life, leadership, and our healing work. That's from a Gallup study in 2023. She cultivates and guides others to an awakening of the spirit within and throughout all things. She is the alarm clock to awaken the sleeping and point to the horizons of possibilities. I imagine you may be thinking, so what's the point? The question encompasses the answer. Are you dreaming or awake? Which type are you now? Personally, I evolved through all three. I had expected to live an ordinary life. I would graduate high school, complete college with a degree, work in my career, get married, have a family, be a soccer mom, member of the PTA, raise my kids as a stay-home mom, retire, and be laid to rest. But something happened in my raising from girl to a young woman. I noticed there were seeds of passion and compassion stirring in me. Our world, community, and family needed help to improve our quality of life and connect to a spiritual center I had yet to discover. In fact, I learned 77% of Black women say they feel a personal responsibility to help others in their communities, particularly younger women and girls. This is from an Essence and Nielsen's report in 2020. But it wasn't until my mid-20s, after I had earned my degree, that I realized I was awakening and wanted to be solution-driven for more than just myself. I got involved in my community. I started mentoring girls and sharing my expectations through poetry and public venues, but it wasn't enough. In my mid-30s, I was working in schools trying to prepare high school students for life and working with corporations in the retaining of their workforce. It still wasn't enough. By my mid-40s, I realized that I was no longer building but had crossed into the realm of healing. My own wounds of life I had started to heal. My mindset had changed. My purpose had changed. My calling had changed. I had looked over the patterns and cycles of my life work and realized that I was a reflection of my inner and outer world, and I could choose my path. Solutions for consideration. I recognized that my passion and compassion had evolved into sharing the healing strategies I learned, not only for myself but for others. There were women, queens, and goddesses facing the realities of the issues of life, some with tools, but many without them. Some asleep, but many awakening. 1 in 3 women worldwide experience anxiety or depression in their lifetimes, but Black women are less likely to seek mental health services due to the stigma and a lack of culturally competent care. That's from the World Health Organization study in 2022. Who would be there for guidance, understanding, or resources? Why did I know what I know? See what I see, do what I do. It was not for me alone, but for me to hear the clarion call of the extraordinary, to be and become the goddess. As I walk this path, I share this information, the tools, the insights, the guidance generously to those on the path seeking fellowship, transformation, and the loving, healing energy from one heart to another. Where are you? Your journey awaits. Let the journey continue. Peace. Stay clear.